me see what I'm going to do. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Nope. Okay, retouch off, retouch on. Oh yeah, that's it. Green screen. Oh, I love using my honey. Wow, 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 wow. There we go. There. There, I got my green screen. I'm good. Hi, everyone. I just want to let you know, I've layered and everything. Uh, you haven't seen this much of me. Yeah, I got my winter wear, so it is really cold out. For me, it is. It's been raining a lot. Oh, wow. So I hope everybody here is doing well. A lot of people are without power. It's bad. Yeah, there we go. So let's make a joint. I got my last one. Might as well be with you guys. Let me see. Oh, that one's used up. I think I got one left in here. Yep, one left. I know when the weekend's over when I'm using my last one up. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to make some more, get some more crushed up weed. So yeah, I'm wearing jeans. I still look decent, yes. Uh, you know I forgot to put my sexy earrings on for you guys, so let me do that. Oh, I have earrings on, oh hell with it. I'm trying to hear, I have a metal roof, so when it rains, I could hear it, so I'm trying to listen for my roof, sounding off. So yeah, this is Sunday, Sunday fun day. I am smoking Casino Kush. My favorite stuff is Chernobyl, but I had to pay some bills. There we go. No. Oh, I held that before. I'll just take a picture and throw it on. So yeah, I I've been busy and going through a lot of stuff and finding a lot of stuff, so it's like making my life a lot easier, but it's taking time, and I'm like, oh. So anyway, I ordered the dose, and it really does work. Um, Usually when it rains, I'm sleeping everyday dose, and it comes with a meditational thing where you can meditate and breathe in the morning. It's really neat. So And it comes with everything, you know, and it's like nice. I mean, I like my other one. I mean, I think it's nice in a certain sense, but you can't use it with, you can use it with hot or cold water, where the other one you can only use cold water. And one day I forgot, and boy, did I have a lumpy ass coffee. I was like not liking it. That was the day I was like, oh, lumpy coffee. So I'm doing this so I can make my blunt. I like to get it good in fall because it does take a lot of weed per blunt. It really does. Wow, I got 3 people. Hi, how are you? I'm Omega, and my other computer, what happened was I let it go dead and I have to play with it. So right now I am live here from my phone and my from Omega headquarters. That's right. Yeah, I swear Net makes me look like I'm a big girl. But I like it. It makes me look a lot fuller up here. All right. Okay, so ground up. Woohoo. So let's make our, right now we are using Casino Kush, and there we go. Yeah, I've been going through stuff and I'm like, every time I leave, I try to take garbage or I try to, you know, do something and to make sure that my room just, it's just like, what happened was for over 2 years I used this room as a room for a catch-all, you know, like a storage room. Well, one day my toilet quit working in the RV, and I just got tired of waking up and it's just the doors open and it's not real secure. I'm like not feeling it at that moment. So what I decided that night, because it was really cold, I found my keys to my room here. I went in here and I fell asleep in my bed and I was like so happy. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cold. So I moved back in that night and it was over the weekend. I was just so happy. So I'm really happy to see everyone. And I have been busy just pouring into myself. That's it. Yesterday I spent a lot of time sleeping. I was like surprised. But I caught up on my sleeping. I got, I've been, just, it's not real cleaning, so to speak. It's more or less going through shit. The real cleaning is when all the shit's been done and gone through, going through the stuff, and then you gotta vacuum, and you gotta get all this stuff out. That's where the cleaning happens. This is the part where you're like, it's tedious and it's a lot of hard work, because some of the stuff you're like, wow, I gotta throw a lot of stuff out. Then you gotta figure out, okay, we'll get this done. Yeah. I used to always help my parents on the cleaning part, though, when they got down to that area. So, yeah. Yep, that's my guy. He said he's not my boyfriend, so he's my guy friend. go. I got it nice and full. There we go. Well, hello. My cat's over here on the side. Hi, Bobby. Yeah, you don't get to show off. Oh, he's just laying. He's like, oh well, I don't get to show my spirited joy on the bed. Hello, this is Omega. Put your like on, smash that, and subscribe. I'm really going to look forward to going into gaming, and what I do is I usually get bored after a while. I get all excited, I'll be gaming, I'll do all the correct things, and then I get bored and I start having a whole lot of fun. Oh yeah, the fun begins. Oh, big black. I don't think the world is going to end. Why do you think it is? No, I don't think it's going to end. I'm joking about it. If you read down below, as stupid as you believe it, but there's some people I'm saying is if you think it's going to end, please give me your shit, because they've actually have people who are doing this. They're giving up their stuff, their houses, thinking, you know, Jesus is coming. I don't think that. I don't think the world's going to end. No, I do not. No, I do not think the world's going to end. Oh, let me change my picture. Let me see what else. Yeah, that's just not. There we go. It's a lot better. 444 is supposed to be an angel number, by the way. No, I do not think the world is going to end. I do not think that. You know, it's the world is whatever. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people out there that are, yeah, that I wanted people, yeah, read the down below. Don't, yeah. I do not believe the world's going to end, but as stupid as it is, there are people who have been giving away their shit. So I'm saying, hey, if you think the world's going to end, give me your shit. Contact me. My email's right down there. I'll be happy to take all your shit off your ass, you know? Yep. Called Pay Omega's credit card bills. No, I didn't go on a shopping spree. I had a divorce and I'm still paying for it. So, that's it. No, that's fine. Yeah. Read the other bit. And the other bit is an explanatory thing. Today, because I'm not used to all the rain, people must just sleep a lot in rainy places. God Lord, I remember when I used to take an hour or two nap on a rainy day. Was no big deal. Dad, I just took a nap. I'm doing good. I'm doing my homework now. My dad never thought of it, neither did I. I come to think of it, My ancestors used to take an afternoon nap around 2 o'clock because my grandma used to talk about that. Being able to take an afternoon nap. Yeah. It was notably that. And also, when you have a house full of kids and when the kids are outside doing all their chores or their stuff, mom and dad can play. Make more kids. Yeah, well, anyway, yeah. Yep. I always get off track. So, yeah, there's been a lot of people doing that. Someone on a podcast told them definitively that the world was going to end and a date. So people really believed this guy. I don't know why. Maybe this guy had told them before of some stuff and it happened and they said, "Holy shit, he's the next coming Jesus Christ." Woo, woo, woo. So they all get excited and they think that, they're going to be brought up in heaven. And what do? They go and call CPS workers because they think they're going to party and bring it upstairs, and God's not going to accept children. I'm like thinking, why, if he's going to take you, then why wouldn't he take the children? That baffled my mind. So here you have a person podcasting the end of days. Jesus is coming. We better get our shit going. Oh my God. So people were, and look it up on YouTube. Look it up here on YouTube about people giving away their stuff. Believing Jesus is coming. Yeah. Wow. I believe we got the power within ourselves. We got our spark. I do not believe the earth is ending. I believe better things are to come. I believe that if I can buy toothpaste that heals you when you sleep, that's getting pretty good. I'm just waiting for the flying cars, that's all. But the one thing that I think the guy who did the podcast, I think he did it so he can have that moment of being recognized and looked at. That's what he thought. He was going to be recognized and looked at. Or the end of days, Jesus is coming. He's coming. He's going to make all that Jesus wine. All that Jesus juice. Come on, Jesus. Here you have this thing of how this is how Christians see Jesus. He's walking around. He's going, "Oh, there's some water. No more bottled water. Bottled wine. Bottled wine. Here, wine. We're going to do some shots. Do. That's what the Christian, these. You think I'm joking? They've been talking about this since they had Yahoo Chat. That's how I know. Yahoo Chat. Oh boy, the Christians thing. Oh my. I hated going on there because I got more dick pictures than what I can throw anything at. Seriously. I got more nudie pictures from guys that just, dude. I'm on here to talk about the Bible, but apparently everybody here is talking about something else. I was like blown away. Woo-wee. So finally, my son and I, we used to have so much fun in the Christian things. I used to sit there and send out these things that would have it where they would get knocked offline. Oh my God. Yeah, it was fun. And then we did this thing where we had this voice changer. And my son and I would take turns walking in the Christians' rooms. Scare them. Oh, yeah. I was lovely. Oh, trust me. I went into a Christian room to talk about the Bible, and I end up getting more nude pictures than what I can shake a stick at. I was married at that time. I was blown away. So I started talking to my friends, go, oh, stay away from those, I know stuff you get serious when you get on a subject, but she would tell me to stay away from the Christian chat rooms in Yahoo. Oh, yeah, now you tell me, Tracy. It's a week late and a day short. I had more fun scaring the crap out of all those people. Making I'm the devil. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. I went into the Yahoo chat room on computers and hung out with the nerds for 6 months, went back to the chat room and obliterated it. Oh yeah. Took me about a month to learn all this stuff, but boy, I spent a good 2 months letting a lot of stuff slide, and then I obliterated it. Yeah, it was like kind of weird. It was a Christian chat room, but people used it not as a Christian chat room. Okay? It was not used. It was definitely used as naughty. So I was told to stay away from it. Oh, Lord. No, my ex didn't. He liked that. He told me he loved the Christian chat room. He told everybody. Anyone who knew anyone knew what that meant. Yeah. He was meeting people, at least online. I gotta get something to blow my nose. So, anyway, when I smoke weed, I don't know what it is. I end up having to blow my nose. But anyway, I get my stuff over. This is really great, though. This is, of course, you know, putting the gas in Vegas. It's really good. So it makes a really great blend. Yeah, so a lot of people are believing that last month that Jesus was coming for them. It was the time, everything going to happen. Yeah, and it didn't. I'm wondering what those people are doing now. Oh man, they gave away all their shit. I'm thinking, do you think they're just going, well, yeah, we'll just start over, you know? I'm wondering if they're getting their houses back. They gave away houses, cars, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Can you imagine giving away your house and finding out that the rapture didn't happen? That's what I'm talking. The rapture. The end of the world thing is more like an eye catcher, you know? The rapture is another way to say the end of the world. People are giving away their stuff. You want to give away your stuff? Hey, Omega, you know, my stuff's in there. Go look in there, hon. Mm-hmm. I gave you a whole, you know, someone wants to contact me. You in Nevada? You want to give away all your shit in Nevada? Give me a call. There's nothing like going to the source. It really is amazing. So anyway, if you're in Nevada, or if you want to give away your shit and you want to mail it to me, contact me through my email. I'm like, wow, this guy went with $100,000. I'm thinking, holy crap! I bet you he took out of his 401k. Oh boy! And believe it or not, because every 15 years there always something happening. 70s was the same thing. Oh yeah. Usually you had swindlers right behind them going, yeah, we'll take that house off your thing. So now people realize the rapture again didn't happen. It was in the 70s. It was real big. They always talked about Jesus coming and dancing and having a good party. And I thought to myself, really? And this is in the 70s. This is before the Christian chat, or Christian talking about how Jesus was going to come down, heal everybody, you know. I'm thinking, so is he going to turn, the wine, the water into wine? Kind of friend you want to have over. Hey, Jesus, come over here. Yeah. Yeah, we had only enough for water. So you think you touch a couple of those there? That'd be nice. Well, really, people thought the rapture was going to be happening last month. And I'm wondering if there's still some stragglers listening on to that podcast thinking that this month it's later this month, not last month, So if you're still willing to give your shit away, I'm here, Omega. Contact me down below. My email address is omega at 2016 at icloud.com. That's right. Give me some information. Want to give me all your stuff? I'll be happy to accept it. No, I don't think the world's going to end. What I think it is, a lot of people have been misled again. It happened in the 70s. Quite a bit. A lot more than what you think. It's just a lot of people didn't say nothing. There's Vietnam War. Oh my God, it was a big war, and it just felt like it wasn't ending. It was lasting over 5 years. It was a big deal. Everyone seen the signs. Oh my God, we have, Vietnam War and stuff. When it finally ended, people still couldn't believe that it ended. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah. So you have people who believe in certain things, and I'm cool with that and all, but wow. When your religion makes you give up your kids, thinking Jesus is going to be making I'm going to touch some water, make some me juice. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go and make up some me juice. Let me touch those bottle waters. Yeah, let me get that. Open that up. Click. Yep, that's me juice. So just think about that. You can go and, invite Jesus because he can make him juice, Jesus juice. So yeah, I realize I'm going to have to like play with my computer a bit. It will work better when I have it fully charged instead of using it, kind of charged. All right. Yeah. So we're almost. So we're talking about the end of the world or rapture. Will rapture happen? Who knows? I worry about what's happening right here in my neck of the woods. I worry about a lot of people, but I'm not worried about a rapture. Not at all. Or the end of the world. Nah. I'm worried about people, It's like, it's not no worry about me. Talk about the Euphrates with the river and all these fake sounding yellings. Ah, ah, and then you see nothing else. They supposedly had people in I guess it would be like locked down in when they were afraid, it was like I guess a jail. And you never hear anything else about it. It was like clickbait about that. It was like, there's no picture of anybody, not walking up to like a cage or something and you see something moving in there. Nothing. But I did see, which was amazing, was a buttload of gold that they were finding as the Euphrates River went down. So the end of the world, 70s, same shit. It's not the first time that the Euphrates went low. 70s it did. It went quite low. Then it raised up. So you don't know what's going to happen. Nope, don't think it is. I think it's going to last for a long time. I think our world goes through cycles. And the cycles, I think they're getting close to maybe the, where we switch, north to south and south to north. And I think that can happen. But as a world ending, no. I think that if you have common knowledge on, survival, you'll make it fine. But if you don't, you're fucked. I'm just putting it out there. If you believe the world's going to end, you would want to be as physically fit as you possibly can. Do you know why? Because if you don't have to worry about having any kind of medication, you don't have to worry about stockpiling any of it for an emergency. So if you have that, if you have your health, that's a lot more than a lot of survivalists I met. Most of them, it's amazing. They're like really big people and real sweethearts and everything. You're going, God dang, you're already diabetic. I once asked, I said, how are you going to deal with it? You won't have your medication. What, you'll last maybe a month? 2 months is like pushing it. He packed junk food. I'm sitting there dinging him on it. No, you don't need to pack that. Oh, that's my favorite. Not without any, you know, any of your medication. You can't. You have to watch everything. Even that bread, you know that bread turns to sugar. Like beer is liquid bread. So yeah, I've met a lot of survivalists through my years, and even on the internet, you see them. And this one guy, he had a live show. Everyone was congratulating him, thinking, I go, oh yeah. I said, yeah, it's great. Now if you can, drop some weight and go on a healthy thing, you'll be set. Boy, did they get pissed off. Whoa, you're raining on his parade. I go, this isn't his first live, by far. This isn't his first accomplishment by far, and he's not 5. But yeah, they were kind of PO'd, but he actually, I think he was one of the ones, he was a young guy, and it surprised everyone. He was in his, like, 30s or something like that, like 35, he died of a heart attack. It's like, damn. Wow, that sucks. So a lot of this thing's the end of the world, or people believing that Jesus Christ is coming down and have a party with them. That is not going to be happening. But tomorrow is Monday, and I work Mondays, so yeah, we will end at 7 o'clock in 16 minutes. So I could go to sleep, enjoy my time. I like to take a couple hours to get ready, yeah. I like to have my coffee, my stuff to get up, get moving, do my breathing exercises, get my day going without stress. Thank you for the thumbs up. Because that's what I would want. So when you think of like the end of the world or someone telling you this BS, if you have someone telling you that the world's going to end and Jesus is coming, or just the world's going to end, you know what? Tell them maybe their world's going to end, but your world is beginning. There's so many crackpots out there. It's not even funny. A lot of people in the 70s were really into that. I mean, it was to the point where, oh, I'm using a sleep thing. Make sure I go night. I do not believe in, it has melatonin in it. I do not believe in sleep aids. My dad became very addicted to it. He said he didn't do nothing about it because on holidays, what he would do is take breaks from it, and it didn't affect him. But the older he got, the harder it was to take breaks from it. And by the time he retired, he was addicted. He already knew. He said it took a while. He said about a month. He goes, oh boy. Yeah, he goes, the first week was a hard one. Yeah. So I never wanted to deal with what he did. Well, I've had chances to get sleep aids and stuff. You can get them from your doctor. You can get them prescribed even through Amazon. Yeah, so anyway, I'm all about the natural products. I will be, when I get my upgrades and stuff, more or less, I'm going to, I'll get a different computer system. I have certain things I want to do when I get my tax return. So there's going to be a lot of upgrades in my life, and I'm going to have a lot of things that will make my channel here so much better. We'll have, it'll be great. We'll even have, game time. We'll have gaming. Of course, I get so bored real quickly because I find out how the game's played after I played a week. And then after a couple weeks, I figure out who my posse is going to be because I'll play it at a certain time. And then once I get people who I get along with, I start really having fun. Oh, yeah. I've been kicked out of so many of the game playing rooms in the past that I'm not going to go by the same name. Nothing Omega. I already learned you use any word Omega, they go. You got people with videos going. So if they have video game, I am going to wear, I guess I will wear a costume. Some people do that. I'll be one of them. I have to get one of my costumes out and play. So there. Anyway, yeah, I've pissed off a lot of people. I had my posse and me, we took over someone's, not channel, it'd be the game itself. Some games are open to be, not rewritten, but you can, while you're playing, if you have someone who's really smart, you can really screw up the game and make it glitch, especially if they have what I call an Easter egg, where you put a certain code in and it'll start glitching and doing all kinds of crazy shit. Oh yeah. I had a lot of friends. You want to get some friends that go, I just love playing these games and, messing with people every so often. And you're like, oh yeah. But you got to be careful. Main thing I like to do it is because if you have a system where when you play the game, you can video it and you're having a good time, and you have a bunch of players that and a lot of you guys play practical jokes on each other on a game. That's what it was meant for. But what would happen is some people get caught in the crossfires. You're doing a certain thing on somebody in a certain zone, and somebody just drives their they're driving a horse through it, and they get caught up too, and you're like, well, c'est la vie. And before you know it, you got a lot of pissed people because you've been playing a little unfair with some of your friends. They've been playing unfair with you, and you guys, that's what I usually do. I don't play to win this game sometimes. Once I win a game once, I'm like, okay. I got the whole idea. Let me have a little fun now. And if a game is where it glitches in the first place, oh, I'm going to have so much fun. But a lot of these gaming platforms that you go on, you play, and you happen to go on there, and you're like, oh crap, they have me in a box. They could see who I am. So if I'm having a bad hair day, I better grab a wig or an outfit to look like I'm that person. And I do the whole makeup deal. Oh, it's a pain in the ass, but I do it. I do the whole makeup deal. I do the Sailor Moon makeup, and I gotta rewatch that shit. So yeah, that's what this channel is going to be. It's going to be fun. you're going to see a whole different side of me. And it's, going to be a different vibe. It's going to be, a whole lot different. But right now, I'm been dealing with, how can I say this? The funds have been hard to do when you had somebody every 2 weeks rack up. Well, yeah, it would be like every week was racking up $250 worth of electric bills. So by the end of each month, I owed $1,000. I was paying for 2 months, $1,000 a piece. It just about blew my mind. And 250 every week for 2 months. It about killed me. I had ideas. Pay this off, 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 pay. No. I had to pay the electric bill. Oh. Alright, what time is it? It is 6 minutes. So if you think that the world's going to end and Jesus is going to come and party with you, you really need to go seek therapy. The world isn't going to end and happen the same way in the 70s. It was a lot of people would be saying, look at the Vietnam War, look at that. It took time to bring everybody home, and when they did, they were brought home to hostility. Crazy hippies. Most of my mom's friends. She had a friend named Sun, and she had another friend named Moon. I was waiting to see her other friend Star, but she never showed up. So one day I looked, hey, look at the starless night I looked at the sun and moon and said, could you stand in front of the sun? Why? Because then that means that we would have a total eclipse. And I walked away. Oh, God. I was 18. My mom still had the same friends that she did when I was a kid, except they were much older. Not much wiser, just much older. So if you think the world is going to end, you really need to seek help. I do not have that information. I believe that if you want to seek help, everyone has a different way. Talking to friends or a therapist, talk to someone at your work, hopefully in private where, the video or audio is not being heard. So, yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. But if you start answering yourself back, you just weird people out. And don't tell people you're an alien, even though you feel like everybody has that alien feeling. I had a woman say that, and I'm like, God dang. You're usually crazy as all can be. And they're usually quite dangerous. So I usually would stay away from anyone who told me that he was an alien, because I wouldn't think that they were mentally capable. I just wouldn't think that they were, I'm an alien, just like that guy who had all this money and all this stuff, and he's telling this lady, I'm an Omega, I'm here from another world, something about a war coming, and we're going to, we got to have all this stuff, You ever heard of that? Yeah, look that one up. An alien guy told her that he was from the future and the war was coming, and he had all this stuff. He had like over $250,000 in just cash, and then he had a bunch of, like, this is in California. He had all this like arsenal, and just like tons of guns, weapons, you name it, pretty much a rocket launcher, because he thought a war was coming. He went totally cuckoo. Yes, Devin?
Rachel, you can put your stuff in the dryer.
Okay, thank you. I could put my stuff in the dryer. So anyway, it is a couple minutes too. I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this show and any future ones. Just subscribe, share. Have a good one. All right. There we go. Oh, oh.